Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Movies with My Mother. I, of course, am Lexi.
And I'm Mom Lori.
And today we watched a classic, at least a classic in my household. We watched 1989's The Burbs.
Yep, that's where we live.
It was rated PG, and it was directed by Joe Dante. Joe Dante is better known for The Gremlins.
Yep,
He's done a ton of stuff, but he's most known for the Gremlins.
right. I recognize the movie Piranha.
Oh, uh-huh.
I recognize that movie. I, of course, never seen it, but I did notice it. He's also in a lot of television stuff.
He does a lot of the does the sit down interviews where people talk about horror movies and stuff like that. I've seen him on Eli Roth's History of Horror.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
That's his thing.
Yeah. uh, he still does stuff. He did at least one episode for the Masters of Horror collection.
Mm-hmm.
John Carpenter and Dario Argento also contributed to that.
Nice.
Yeah. This movie got 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I kind of don't know why,
Oh,
because that's pretty lackluster.
yeah.
But it's just a ridiculous movie. It's just fun.
And everybody has that house in their neighborhood
It's weird. Yeah.
that you talk about and you wonder about. Every neighborhood has that.
I think we're that house.
I think I'm that house in my neighborhood too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The
But you have
gra-
like a nice house.
the garage door goes open, the car drives out, the garage door closes. The curtains are never open.
The curtains are never open here. After our house was broken into, the curtains are never open anymore.
Yeah, I completely understand. Well,
Um,
well, they are. They're open because the fluff man. They're open far enough for the fluff man to look out.
oh, well, yeah, we have the cat window right there,
Right.
but that's it.
Yeah, and like we've talked about today, my lights are barely ever on. I get my electric bill and it's like $40.
Well,
And that's only because my TV runs 24/7, 365.
yeah, that's pretty much our electric bill's a little high, but I think it's part of it is because we have a ton of electronics going,
Right,
and just I leave stuff plugged in if I'm not using it,
right.
which you're not supposed to
What
do,
do they
but
call that? White electricity?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, I definitely think that we're that house. My house needs a little bit of exterior work. My yard is funky because it's the soil over here is sandy.
Yeah,
And yeah, we just don't go out a lot because we live on a corner and it's just hellacious
it's
because
just
it's
loud.
so busy.
Yeah, yeah, back when you moved in, it wasn't this busy, but it is busy now.
Yeah.
It is a main thoroughfare through
Oh
Toledo,
my God.
which is crazy because it doesn't go anywhere.
Right. Yeah, it dead ends in both places,
Yeah,
both sides.
yeah, both ends are a dead end. I don't get it, but it
Sure.
is.
Yeah, I don't know. It got 45% on Metacritic,
Oh,
which again is real low for such a fun movie. I just don't really understand.
yeah.
And even the IMDb number is a bit low, I thought. 6.8 out of 10?
Well, this was the first movie that Tom Hanks wasn't Tom Hanks, maybe.
No, 1989. Big was before this, I think.
Yeah, but that was that kind of a movie. This is not the same kind of a movie as that.
Well, I mean, it's not Bachelor Party Tom Cruise. Or Tom Cruise. Thank God it's not Tom
What
Cruise.
movie did you watch?
No, I did. Maybe, what's that? Risky Business is the
Yeah.
Tom Cruise one. No, it's not Bachelor Party Tom Hanks.
Yeah, no.
And it's not Bosom Buddies Tom Hanks, but
Right. It's just kind of a different Tom Hanks, I think. But I liked it.
yeah. Well, and it's weird because he didn't want to be a dad. Like, he didn't want to be the dad character. But in real life, he had kids that were tweens.
Probably.
at this time.
Yeah, but he was still super good looking. He was still super Mr. Hot Man with the hair and the eyes.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
I know. Well, maybe he just didn't want to get what is that when you
typecast.
typecast, yeah. And worried that, since he was 30 or something probably then that maybe he wouldn't have any of those, I don't know.
I don't know either. I did read budget numbers have been better about that. Have you
I
noticed?
did. Yeah, okay.
Estimated budget was $18 million, which I thought was a lot because there wasn't that much special effect going on.
Well, I don't think it was the special effects. I think it was
The
the
names.
names. I mean, this Corey Feldman was big, Tom Hanks was big, uh, Carrie Fisher was big, Bruce Dern. I mean, all of those names
Yeah.
that were hot movie people right then. I don't know.
The worldwide gross was 49.1 million.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
For 1989, that's great.
Yeah, from only an $18 million movie that got less than good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I was reading stuff, I thought that was odd. It was produced by Ron Howard and a group of other people.
Oh, okay.
Was that early Ron Howard stuff?
Um, I don't really know. Maybe.
And inside this movie was all kinds of references to every other movie,
Oh, yeah.
which I thought that was fun.
Yeah, and I did like that Ray wakes up at one point and is watching Mr. Rogers.
How funny is that?
That's pretty funny with Tom Hanks going on to play Mr. Rogers.
I wonder if that was even thought about when uh they asked him to do Mr. Rogers.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, this guy Dante, he likes to do the cross references in his movies.
Oh, yeah.
So, like the Gail Gordon when they broke into Gail Gordon's house
Uh-huh.
and there were pictures of Lucy.
Right.
I thought that was pretty fun.
There were a lot of pictures of Lucy, and honestly, if you hadn't said it, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yep.
And again, this is Big Daddy's favorite movie. I, I have seen it.
Well, did you know that Gail Gordon and Lucy did what, 2 or 3 shows, television shows
No,
together? Oh, yes. Yes, they were. Yeah.
I'm not a Lucy aficionado.
Oh, okay. Well, I like Lucy. She was on TV when I was a kid, so I know Lucy. But yeah, Gail Gordon and Lucy did several shows together.
Oh, okay.
So I think that was what that reason was. And I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. The basic gist of this movie is that a tightly wound group of neighbors
Tightly.
in a suburban cul-de-sac suspect their new neighbors of being satanic murderers.
Yes.
That was something I read somewhere, and I'm just like, well, but did they really suspect that?
Yes.
I think they definitely knew they were weirdos, but I don't know if they thought that they were satanic murderers per se.
Yeah, because when the 2 guys were in the basement and he was chanting. Yeah. I think that they thought that.
Well, that's
Well, at least,
after they read that demonology book,
right, at least Art thought that.
and Art was the instigator.
I think Art was the instigator.
Definitely was the instigator.
Yeah, he was at loose ends with his wife gone.
Yeah.
He was definitely at loose ends, and he got everybody stirred up.
I loved when he went over to Ray's house in the morning and he had literally 6 or 8 plates
At least.
and then some dog food.
Yes. She walked by with a bowl of food, and he took a handful of it. Ooh. And then she leaned down and gave it to the dog. I love the dog's name, Vince.
It's a weird name for a dog.
I would name a dog Vince.
Like, I don't, it's weird. I don't think that, like, human names really go with animals so much. And I say that having a cat named Tallulah, but my other cats have goofy names.
As does Mr. Fluffman.
Yeah.
Who names their cat Fluffy?
People without imagination.
Yeah.
And a friend at work had a dog named Stanley, which that sounds like a dog's name,
Yes.
but you know, hey Brooke, come here. No, I don't. That's weird to me.
Oh, I guess so. Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
What should every dog be named? Brutus?
No, I mean, but there's just so many fun things out there.
Okay.
Champ.
Champ. Okay. All right.
I don't know.
But yeah, Dante also liked to work with his favorite actors.
Yes.
We can see that in several of his films.
Yeah, the garbage man, the older garbage man, Dick Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a character in most of Dante's movies.
Okay.
The Street was on the Universal backlot. You had mentioned that.
Yes.
I had seen that as well. And what was it called?
The Colonial Lot.
Yeah.
They did lots. I don't think I wrote anything much down about the Colonial Lot, but lots of everything was done there.
Yes.
It's just a neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a generic neighborhood.
Yeah. Put different paint on the houses, they'll be completely different.
Yeah.
I found one interesting thing that Joe Dante's father is a professional golfer. I thought that
Really?
was interesting. I did not look him up, but I thought, oh, how interesting.
Weird. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Queenie the dog.
Mm-hmm. Queenie.
She
Yes.
she made another big film appearance
Yes.
as Buffalo Bill's dog in The Silence of the Lambs.
Right. I have that in my notes.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think that Silence of the Lambs came out in like 91, so I mean it makes sense.
Uh-huh. And the guy that was handling the dogs, did you read that?
Yeah, Bubbles the
He
Chimp.
brought Bubbles the chimp to the
Now, I
set.
I also wonder if that is the Corey Feldman connection.
No, apparently Bubbles, he also handled Bubbles the chimp.
Right, no, but just because you handle Bubbles the Chimp doesn't mean you're going to bring him to work every day. But
Oh,
Corey Feldman and Michael Jackson were tight.
were they
But
tight
were
then?
they tight then? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you,
Yeah.
but I knew that they were.
Or did they become tight through Bubbles the Chimp?
Oh. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think that that's how they were friends. No.
I don't know.
But
Something to
that
think
was
about,
interesting, yeah.
though.
Oh,
This film was shot in sequence.
yes, in
Which-
10
I didn't write down
10
time.
weeks. 10 weeks.
Wow, that's not a lot of time.
Not.
But I just thought it was kind of cool that it was shot in sequence. Films aren't usually done that way.
No, but I think when your house blows up and explodes and then the house 2 doors down gets an ambulance driver through it that explodes and burns up, I think you kind of got to save that for the last anyway.
It was filmed during the Writers Guild of America strike of
Mhm.
1988,
Yes.
and the screenwriter was on hand during filming, but he wasn't really allowed to give any kind of input as to
Any changes. And
Yeah.
that's because Joe Dante liked to have the writer on set when he made a movie in case there were any need to redo anything. He always had the writer on, and the studio didn't like it, so the writer was always hired as something else.
Oh, okay.
I read that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, called for quite a bit of improvisation.
Yes, I did read that also.
The part at the end where he's throwing the gurney into the ambulance. I'll take myself to the hospital. That was all improvised.
Yes. Take me to the I just blew myself up. Take me to the hospital. All right, I'll do it myself. Oh, that was pretty funny. Oh yeah, look here. I have this written. Film received the worst reviews of any movie in 1989.
Really?
Yep, but it was a box office success. And that shows that people don't listen to those people that talk about movies.
Right. Or, they're just like, oh, I heard this was awful. Let's go see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Justin and I are kind of like that.
Yeah, that's funny. Dana Olson was also that's the writer.
Right.
He was also one of the policemen that were milling around. All right, what else do I have here? Okay.
Oh, you had read that Art, played by Rick, what would you
Oh,
say that? Ducommon?
Ducommon? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he's Canadian, so maybe.
Canadian, yes.
You had read that he had died of
Pneumonia.
pneumonia, and I read in 3 different articles that it was due to diabetes.
Okay,
So who the hell knows?
right. Well, that makes sense because you had also read that he ballooned up to over 400 pounds.
At one point, yeah, he was
Wow, that's a
real
lot.
heavy.
And another thing I read about Rick was that his first TV appearance was on Star Search,
Oh,
and he came in second to Brad Garrett's first.
Brad Garrett. No way.
That's what I read.
That's Ray's brother, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know that big, tall, doofy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on Star Search, and oh, I didn't write it down. It was in the early 80s, I think.
Oh.
So that's the only number that I can think of.
I told you I've been having a real problem with
Oh,
that lately.
man.
I look at a
Yeah.
number 28376 and then write down a mix of those numbers.
Yeah. Is it any combination of these numbers? Yeah,
Yeah, it's been real bad lately.
I don't know. What can I say?
That really was all that I had kind of written down.
I'm looking up Brad Garrett to see if I can see when his
Star Search was.
years at 1980. That would have been 1980
Ooh,
then.
okay.
I was right, the early 80s.
The earliest of 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like him. I think he's funny too. But yeah, he came in second to him. And I think it's kind of odd that they were kind of the same looking type of guy.
Um, I would call Brad Garrett swarthy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because
Look
he's
at a current picture of him.
right.
I have a
Because
current
he's
picture of him
tan
here.
and he's got that
Dark
dark hair
hair.
and the dark eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Rick Ducommon looked like a pasty Canadian.
Yeah, yeah. Pasty white guy, just like the
Yeah.
rest of us. Okay. I'm all for that. What else do I have of interest that I find interesting? I hope you all think that things I find interesting are interesting. Oh, the writer Dana Olson. Did I
Mhm.
say his name before? The
Yes.
writer was Dana Olson.
Mhm.
He also did George of the Jungle, Inspector Gadget.
The movie or the TV
He
show?
did the movie
Movie was
Inspector
not good.
Inspector Gadget from the TV show.
The movie was terrible.
And this movie was kind of written about his own childhood. Like I said, everybody's got this house in their neighborhood.
Yeah, the big weird house that
Yeah.
nobody goes to.
And the kids in the neighborhood always talk about, like they were talking about the family that got murdered by the ice pick.
Right.
It probably did not happen that way, or it didn't happen at all.
Which was that reminiscent of the list killings? He killed it, but he shot those. He
No,
shot
he
his
shot them
family.
all. He shot
But
them
he
all.
he turned the heat down and left.
Yep.
So maybe I don't know. It's just a kind of throwback to it,
Oh,
and not a.
I didn't see any reference to that, so no.
Oh, we talked about they had to make their own dog shit because the stars didn't want to step in it.
Yes.
And it was a mixture of canned dog food and bean dip loaded into caulking tubes and squeezed out in the preferred swirl shape.
I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah. But yeah, they didn't want to step in the dog shit. And the only one that stepped in the dog shit was um
Bruce
Bruce
Dern,
Dern, and he was wearing boots.
big old boots.
Yeah. So, I mean, why?
We didn't talk about the cereal boxes that Justin pointed out.
Oh,
The Gremlinos and the Freakies.
yes. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That is absolutely funny.
uh,
But
go ahead.
does Corey Feldman still do anything or
He is officially a weirdo.
well, yeah. I mean, he
No, like literally, he's weird.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a music career for a minute where he just walked around with a bunch of women in lingerie, and
Oh,
he did like
he had a couple of
if Michael Jackson did rock is kind of what he was going for, and his songs were bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
He's
He
done a couple of movie things too, and they're not great.
oh, okay. He's done some, TV stuff with his other friend Corey.
Corey Haim
Yeah.
before he died.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Corey Feldman, I do believe that his tour stopped here in town.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's he's a pathetic weirdo.
Oh,
Yeah, he's weird.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was he had a lot of problems when he was a kid. I think his parents were kind of bad, maybe.
I don't maybe I don't know, maybe he had those stage parents that, spend his money behind his
Bro,
back.
yeah,
But I don't know that for sure. But I do know that he has been pretty vocal about the abuse of child stars
right.
in Hollywood, um, both sexually and physically.
Uh-huh.
Um, so, and he himself claims to be a survivor, and who's to say he's kind of messed up? So I kind of believe it,
Right.
but does just being a weirdo make you
Yeah, and
a
he's had
child abuse victim?
financial difficulties throughout his life,
Yeah.
drug abuse. But then again, I think that's these little kids were going to these Hollywood parties and that's what the adults were doing, so they hey little kid, come and try this. You'll
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
You
Drew
know.
Barrymore at Studio 54.
Right.
She's 6. Why is she there?
Yeah. She's in a bar at night. Why would the child be there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, crazier stuff has happened.
Oh, the giant dog was a Great Dane,
Yes.
and it was named Landru,
Oh, wow, that's a name.
probably after Henri Landru, a notorious French serial killer.
Oh, because that's what those people ended up being.
Yeah, that's what they were. Mrs. Rumsfeld, Wendy Shaw,
Yes.
the blonde woman, is the voice of Francine Smith on American Dad. It's a cartoon by the Family guy, Seth MacFarlane.
Uh-huh.
And apparently, Seth MacFarlane wanted her for the role because he was a huge fan of the Burbs.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, apparently in the Klopek basement there was a sled named Rosebud,
Oh.
which is a throwback to Citizen Kane.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, apparently Tom Hanks and Rick Ducommun didn't really get along during filming, according to Joe Dante, but Hanks was professional and kept it loose.
I had read that also. But then I thought, I mean, are those two guys that are trying for the same star?
Yeah, to be the funniest guy in the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of hard.
you know, I'm an asshole on the internet, right?
You've told me that.
Well, there was an article where Amy Schumer was, blasting that she's really funny, so she doesn't have to steal jokes. And about a joke she made Academy Awards, I think about Leonardo DiCaprio. And so my comment on the article was that, yeah, I think I'm hilarious too, but that doesn't mean it's so.
Oh,
Because I don't find Amy Schumer funny, and she does steal jokes, so.
yeah, I don't think she's fun. I think she's oddish. I don't know what it is, but I've looked at her cooking show a couple of times with her husband.
Oh, yeah.
It's oddish. And her husband's autistic?
He's got like Asperger's, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he, I know a couple of people with Asperger's, and I don't think he seems like he has Asperger's, but I don't know.
I don't know, maybe cooking is like his normal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
who
But yeah,
knows? But they're weird. I don't,
I don't find her attractive. I don't find her funny. I don't when she comes into the room on a show, I'm just like, "Oh,
uh,
she's in this."
oh,
Mm.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's, you know,
Yeah.
sorry for her because you're cool.
I am hilarious.
Well, we think we are awfully funny.
Well, I know that I am because I make people laugh. But I don't know if I make you people laugh.
Right. We're hoping.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm having a good time. I'm laughing by myself.
I
I
know.
don't care.
I know. And we had a fabulous lunch.
Of
We're doing
course.
this in the middle of the day this time. I mean,
Yeah.
my God, actually, it's kind of getting toward sleepy time.
we're 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 reaching midnight movie
Yes,
territory.
yes, we are. As a matter of fact, 3 o'clock in the afternoon is very close to midnight movie time.
Yeah.
But we had a wonderful dinner.
Yeah.
The pizzas came,
Yeah.
but
Pizza dude.
we made them ourselves, and they were delicious.
Yeah.
And brownies. We're gonna have a brownie, but I didn't. I had too much pizza. I couldn't eat brownie yet.
and we had the shirt ready, but it wasn't clean enough for Justin standards. And by that I mean it had a little bit of cat hair on it, which
Well,
we have 3 cats, so everything has cat hair on it, but
and I have one long-haired white and black cat, so everything I own has cat hair on it.
right. But the front of the shirt says, "There go the goddamn brownies," and it's Rumsfeld holding the falling plate of brownies.
I think it's cute.
Rumsfeld is my favorite character.
He very interesting. The clothes he wears very interesting.
Yeah, he did not give up that army life.
Nope. When he had that night scope, that was you knew it was going to go downhill from there.
He spent 18 months in the bush.
Okay.
That's what he said to Hans.
Hunt what?
No, Hans, the
Oh.
boy.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
Pinocchio.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that poor guy.
And Hans has been in a bunch of stuff too. He's the Children of the Corn movies.
Uh-huh.
And where else have I seen him? Off the top of my head, it's not there. But there he was in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, with the guy from like ski school. And their interaction was really funny, but he was only in it for like a second. But
Uh-huh.
he's been in a lot of stuff. He's got that recognizable face.
Yeah.
His name's Courtney Gaines.
Why can't I find him? Oh, here he is.
'Cause-
Because he was above where I was looking.
yeah.
I mean, but he doesn't look sick on like he did on there.
Well, yeah, makeup.
Yeah. Well, he just had to look like he was in the house all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Back to the Future. Oh, he was the nasty guy on Back to the Future, wasn't he?
No,
I keep going back to that, don't
you
I?
want everybody to be Biff Tannen,
Yes.
but no, that guy is not Biff Tannen.
Okay. All right. I'll stop.
Biff,
Well, see, that was like the last movie I saw at the theater. So, it's
Biff Tannen's real name is Tom Wilson,
okay.
and he does podcasts now.
Oh, I don't think I'd like him anyway because I didn't like him in the movie. He was
A-
awful.
Apparently, he's like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, he's done a lot of movies.
Yeah,
Not Biff Tannen, this young guy.
Courtney
Yeah.
Gaines.
And I call him young guy because he's only 56.
Oh,
What can I say?
yeah. Well, you know.
I'm pathetic. But yeah, it was I enjoyed this movie and I do believe that I have seen this movie before
Yeah,
because I knew what was coming. So I feel like I've seen this movie.
and it wasn't just predictable. That's why you knew what was coming because it
Well,
wasn't. It's not that it was predictable. It's because you've seen it before.
no, I think I knew that it would be predictable and that's why I knew what was coming. But I think I've seen it before.
Oh, yeah, no. I didn't recognize like the first 3 minutes of the movie, but also when I'm watching it with Justin, I'm usually walking in on him watching it,
Oh,
and I'm watching it somewhere in the middle. So
he's got you cooking his dinner while he's watching the movie.
it was funny one day. My friend Julie and I were talking about snakes and um, Indiana Jones, and I came home and he was watching the exact Indiana Jones we were
Oh my
talking about.
gosh.
It was on when I walked in the door, and I'm like, "What?"
Oh
It
no.
was crazy.
He's listening to your conversations. He's got your phone bugged, so
Oh
he
no,
listens to your conversations.
him and the NSA.
Yeah, join on in. What's that movie? What's that thing in a Clue movie that?
Well, he's on everybody else's phone. Why isn't he
Yeah,
on mine?
J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah,
Couldn't think of the guy's name. Yeah, why isn't he on my phone?
I heard a.
It does.
I was gonna say something, and it's completely out
I
of my
know.
head.
I know. It's pathetic. It's because we've got carbohydrate overload and we just want to take a nap.
Yeah, I really. Well, my day started at 6:15.
Ooh, wow, that late? I was up before 3.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah,
well, I got up at 2 to go to the bathroom, but I didn't pick my phone up, so I went right back to sleep.
nice.
Yeah, because once I start playing on my phone, I'm on my phone. I don't know what's been going on. I've been zoning out on my phone lately. I've got a book to read, and I just haven't been able to sit down and read it.
Yep, I understand.
And I want to read it because I've read it before, but I want a refresher
Mm-hmm.
because I have the fourth book waiting.
Oh, I understand. That's why I only have a page and a half of notes for this movie because I just couldn't do it. It's been one of those weeks that I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been one of those months, I think.
Ugh,
It's just been rough.
it's been a rough few months.
Yeah.
But this is a bright spot in my week, so and I hope it's a bright spot in your week too, because
Sure.
this is just funness.
Yeah. And I like eating pizza and brownies.
Yep. And I apparently do like watching these mindless TV shows. Mindless movies. But we all know that. Mindless movies. I read mindless books.
Yeah. We have not discussed another movie.
Oh my God, this one was hard enough to
I
discuss, and I work
know.
next week is Easter, so I work the weekend.
Oh, okay. And then the week after that is our
We're away.
big bougie trip.
Big bougie trip. Yeah.
I have a nail appointment that Saturday. I'm gonna get super bitchy bougie nails.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to cut all mine off. We are starting fresh.
But that's a nice color. I really
It
like that
is.
color on you.
And for this length of a nail, it's perfect.
Yeah,
You can't have anything flashy when you have little chiclet nails on.
right.
That's what I got right now, unfortunately, are chiclet nails because I broke my pinky finger down to the skin.
Mm, no.
Ugh. But
That
that's okay.
My girlfriend Marianne, I sent her to our nail tech,
Nice.
and she came to work the next day and was like, "Oh my god, look at these nails!"
Yeah.
And they were so cute. And she's like, I think they're a little bit long for me. And I was just like, go get used to it.
Yeah.
It will not impeach because they're not long. And she's like, yours are crazy long.
Yeah.
And I said, honestly, these are short for me.
They are. Looks like you got them trimmed back a little too.
Yeah, she just like automatically went into trim mode. I'm like, yeah, okay,
They'll grow back.
yep,
That's like mine. I like them out where I can see them at the ends of my fingers, and I don't like them real long like you do.
yeah, I like them real because I've got long fingers. I can pull off
Yeah.
a long claw.
Yeah. But they're very shapely, nice, and I love the color.
Yeah.
I do love that matte on you.
Oh my God, I love a mat.
On me, it looks like I'm an old lady with little kids because I don't have any life in my hands. You at least have life in your hands.
Oh, I don't know. This winter was pretty rough.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, well, I have knobby arthritic fingers and yeah, well.
Yay! Can't wait for that.
Sorry, baby. I love you.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, I guess we'll have to talk about the next movie, but I mean, is there a genre like comedy, drama, horror, thriller, sci-fi?
What haven't we done yet?
We haven't done anything foreign,
Oh,
but
I don't think I've ever seen a foreign movie.
really,
No, I don't think so. Do they have foreign movies that are called classics?
I would imagine so. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Mario Bava. Most of his shit is
Oh, okay.
cult classics.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yes, there's something at the top of your head that you can think of that we need to watch?
Not off the top of my head.
I'm going to have to put it in here. Cult classics from the 90s? Would that be when a foreign movie would be?
Oh, foreign movies have been made since the dawn of movies. Maybe, ooh, but it's not really a foreign movie. It's a Polish director and a French actress, but it was really kind of an American movie.
What is it called?
It's called Repulsion, but also I don't
Nafratu is. Naf- Nafratu?
the original
Yeah, it looks like it.
or the Klaus Kinski one because they're different.
Okay. Um,
I got in an argument with some dickhead on the internet
oh dear.
about Klaus Kinski because apparently I'm a girl and I can't know anything about Klaus Kinski.
Oh, okay.
He was a Swedish actor. He is a raving lunatic. I don't think he's alive anymore. He worked almost exclusively with Werner Herzog, and just temper tantrums and fist fights
My
and
goodness.
just just violent rages.
Oh,
And
yeah, there's half a dozen. It really is, it goes into a lot of reading and I don't feel like doing that. So,
but to that
but
dickhead guy, I know about Klaus Kinski. Suck it.
yeah, dude, if it's a movie related thing, she knows it.
That's what they were talking about me at work one day, and I just kind of heard my name. I was like, oh, Alexis knows that.
Yeah,
And I was like, what does Alexis know? Oh, who's that guy in that movie? Oh,
that
yeah, that
guy?
guy.
Yeah. And that's really all the information you need to give her, and she'll know it.
Yeah,
You don't need to name the movie. You don't need to show her a picture, nothing. She just knows it.
yeah. Well, they did. I guess it wasn't the right question to ask because the first question was who was the best Batman, and the correct answer is Michael Keaton. But they were looking for Christian Bale, which I guess
Oh.
would be the best Batman for the 25-year-old boy in our office.
Oh, sure.
Who, Batman Begins would be a classic for, or, would be an old movie for him
Right.
because he's a baby.
Exactly. Oh, see now this thing outer space. Have you read anything about this?
That's an Ed Wood movie. I've seen it.
Okay, there's a lot of talk about how this is like the beginning of that kind of movie, cult type movies?
Um, I can see that.
Okay.
Ed Wood made a lot of movies. There's a collection. I might even own it of Ed Wood movies. Glenn or Glenda and oh god, what's the one girl on Lover's Lane or something like that? That was a Mystery Science.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, Plan 9 is Bela Lugosi's last movie.
Oh, okay. But a lot of stuff that I have been reading, it goes back to Plan 9.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, that's okay.
I think that's an example of like super indie filmmaking,
Okay.
like guerrilla filmmaking. Because there wasn't a lot of, I guess there wasn't a lot of money to go around. So the special effects are, paper plates on
Oh,
strings, and the continuity is
okay.
non-existent.
Well, that's
In
like,
one shot it's broad daylight, the next shot it's pitch black. So
okay.
yeah,
But that's kind of like that movie. What was I talking about? About that space movie that I think that I haven't watched it in years, and I thought that that might be a movie that we should watch.
a space movie,
Oh, I'm gonna just stop talking.
Planet of the Apes.
No,
It's a great space movie though.
I know you keep saying Planet of the Apes. Um, Never mind.
Okay.
Cut this out. We'll go to something else.
This is a stumper. I don't exactly know what you're talking about.
Well, anyway. Yeah, we got to find a movie.
Okay, we'll find something. We always do.
Yeah.
Justin was just throwing. Cause I'm sitting there like Justin. Mom and I are going to record on Saturday.
But
We have no idea what to
yeah,
watch.
we
What are
don't
we gonna
even,
do?
neither of us has a thought of a movie.
No, like I was completely tapped, and I was like, Justin, just help me. And he's throwing out names of movies, and I'm like,
Eh, eh, eh.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I have to watch these with my mother, right?
Oh,
And he's just like, oh. And I was just like, yeah, that's a cool movie, but like it's not specifically a cult classic. So,
right. And since we've been doing cult classics, we need to stick with them.
yeah, and there's a wealth of stuff to watch. So,
Yeah.
I found
Yeah.
a Wikipedia list that it's so long that it has to be broken up by alphabet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can get the top 100, the top 10, the top 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go by the top 100 in 1991. I didn't realize that there were
Oh, and I closed that tab, of course, because I
that
want to look
many
at it.
cult movies.
Oh, yeah. There's a ton. And, there's something for everybody on all of them. Exploitation and
Yes, there is.
a lot of like genre specific horror,
Right?
gore and, sex and all of that, explicit stuff that's
Right?
niche for that. Um, I'm not going to watch a movie like Last House on the Left with You
Uh-huh.
or I Spit on Your Grave. We're not going
Oh,
to watch any of
okay.
those.
All right.
Yeah.
And so many of them are the same movies. I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show is on everyone's list.
Right.
The Life of Brian is on everyone's list. I mean,
Right.
so
The Thing is pretty cool, but we've talked about John Carpenter before, so we'd
right.
really just have to spend a lot of time talking about the movie. And
And then they talk about Phantom of the Opera. Is that a cult movie?
is it Phantom of the Opera or Phantom of the Paradise? Because those are two different movies. And yes, Phantom of the Paradise is,
Oh, I guess it was Paradise.
yeah,
I,
that
I always read it as Phantom of the Opera. I thought, what?
yeah, no, it's I think it's like a rock opera version, I think.
Okay.
I believe that Brian De Palma made that movie.
All right. I don't know, but so many lists are lots of the same movies. Everybody's list has the same movies on it.
Right.
So
And everybody's seen Rocky Horror Picture Show.
everybody.
We can watch it, but I don't want to talk about it because it's been
It's
talked to
been talked
death.
about, yeah. I mean, and everybody, if you haven't seen Rocky Horror 100 times, you are a lightweight.
Yeah.
You did not exist
Yeah.
back then. I mean, I s- I myself have seen it probably at least a dozen times,
Oh,
and I'm
absolutely.
old.
I will say that they made like a updated version for like Fox. Um and it was terrible. It was god awful.
Again, why?
I
You
think they wanted to just kind of
you cannot
put
compete with
a
the
classic.
best. Right.
Yeah. But they had Laverne Cox as Frankenfurter,
Okay.
and Tim Curry was in it. He was the inspector guy, but since Tim Curry had recently had a devastating stroke, he really was just kind of in a wheelchair, like, and it
Oh.
was
And they
awful.
just rolled him out.
Well,
Oh.
and he had a woman with him that did most of the talking, but some of the stuff he actually did say, and it was like, ooh, this
Okay.
is really sad.
The Day
And
the Earth Stood Still. That was the movie.
oh, okay,
We were talking about space.
clack two baratum nix two.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but aw. Why do people do that?
I don't know. I think they just wanted to kind of have some kind of tie to the old one,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, also it was just terrible. Laverne Cox is a transgender actress. She makes no bones about that, and she's gorgeous. She is a gorgeous woman.
Okay.
So, and she's big and she's black and she's always got this hair that just is amazing.
Oh my.
And her proportions are all correct, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's got these lips that they precede her face. She's
Oh my.
gorgeous.
All right.
But I think that they were trying too hard to wink at stuff in the
Yes.
movie, and it
Mm-hmm.
just wasn't funny.
Right.
It ended up being really sad.
Right. That's just it. It's just sad.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, they're this same movies. I mean, I've looked at different cult movie lists, and I mean, it's hard to be a cult movie and not be on everyone's cult movie list.
Right. But there, I mean, that Wikipedia list really kind of put me on my ass because I was like, wow, really?
Wow.
And some of the stuff that I think should be on there wasn't. So that was weird.
Yep.
But like, yeah, I was not expecting the list to be that long.
Yeah, and some of this stuff is like here's a list I'm looking at. It's got Star Trek. Star Trek was a TV show.
Well,
How can it be a cult movie? And
it,
it's not it's the TV show people.
it did have movies with most of the original people in it.
Oh
But
yeah, I guess it did.
the whole Trekkie phenomenon, that's a world of its own. So yeah, it would be a cult thing because it has hardcore loyal fans.
Twin Peaks. Am I in the wrong list? That was a TV show too, wasn't it? Just a TV show?
They had the pilot was supposed to be a movie, and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me was a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Valley of the Dolls. Talk about suburbia. Wow. Here's ours, The Warriors.
Warriors.
We've seen that. Another X-Files. That's a TV
Oh,
show.
I think they made a movie.
Okay. But yeah, I mean it's just weird that and then like I say, sometimes it's TV shows. I'm thinking, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, nowadays they have to just burn every bridge they can with this stuff, and oh, it made $1 billion. At the theaters, we're gonna make a TV show out of it, and then the TV show is like crap,
Yes.
or they just have to just keep shitting out sequels. And
Yes.
yes, this is a double-edged sword conversation because this is what horror does, and most of the time, the badder they get, the better they are.
right?
But
And the people love him more.
right. But in terms of like mainstream cinema, when people are just crapping out sequels left and right, it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
This has been done to death.
Yep.
Put a fork in it. It's done.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
I agree. I
You know,
agree.
Titanic made so much money that they were wondering how they could make a sequel.
Well, I don't think you can because the boat sank and the people died.
Right. You're not supposed to know that, though,
Oh,
I
oh,
guess.
oh, sorry. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
I had not seen it. Sarah. That's
Oh, is
one
that
of
one of
her
her?
favorite movies.
Really?
Yes, and years ago, when we, my ex-husband and I hung out with her and her husband and a male friend of theirs, um, and we would go to the male friend's house. He would leave Sarah and I to do whatever we wanted, and the boys would go do whatever the boys did. I don't even remember anymore. And we would watch chick flicks together.
I don't even see her doing that.
Oh yeah, we would drink and but this is before kids and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, this is a long time ago. Yeah, that was when I watched Titanic. So probably 2007 or 8.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay.
So I have seen it. I mean, for what it was great. Also, it was 3.5 hours long. That's way too goddamn
Oh
long.
no. No, I like these hour movies that we watch.
Well, I mean, if it's constantly moving and the story is good, like the Lord of the Rings movies, sometimes they drag a little bit in the middle, but they're great movies. They're beautifully shot. Everything is very lush colored, and it's all very well done. So even when it has a bit of a lull, it's still you're still not sitting there looking at your watch,
All
waiting
right.
for it to end. But
Okay.
you know, we went and saw the Batman last weekend,
Yes.
and I was looking at my watch the whole time.
Oh.
That movie was 3 hours long,
Oh.
literally 3 hours long, and it was terrible. The Batman was terrible. Sorry, Edward fans. He's the worst.
But maybe the next guy thinks it's fabulous.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he did better than Ben Affleck, but this was George Clooney level bad.
Oh my. Oh, you did hear that Ben and Jen got engaged again.
I know. I saw the ring. They said it's somebody said it was a green diamond, and somebody's just like, if that's a green diamond, that's probably the biggest on the planet.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to look. I
But
heard it on the news during the night.
yeah, yeah, she just loves being in love, and if you've
Yeah.
got the money to just have a lavish wedding and get divorced
Yeah.
6 months later, I go on with your bad self, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, is that a green diamond?
That's not what they said it was.
Oh. Well, I'm not a fan of diamonds, period.
But that looks
And
more like a raw emerald than
it
a
does.
green diamond.
And I would like that very much. But it's rather light to be a raw emerald.
I don't know. I've been looking at jewelry for myself for my birthday. Um,
Yes.
for my Mister to buy me for my birthday.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of they're from like Colombia,
Yeah.
and they're very very light green, and I was kind of surprised by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why isn't it called an emerald?
Well, you know,
Well, you can get a green diamond.
but she's a 50-year-old woman that's been married 4 times and engaged 7 or 8, and
Well, this is their second
she's
engagement.
a multi-millionaire, and he's just getting her an emerald. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess she has enough of everything else. I mean,
She's got more rings than Thanos. I mean, he's a piece of shit,
Yeah,
and she's a serial monogamist,
yep.
so, it's not going to be good.
No, they'll be divorced in a few years if they get married.
Right.
They were engaged last time 3 years planning their marriage.
Yeah.
And then, the pressure was too much, so they just split.
Yeah, whatever.
Right, that's what I said.
You know, I don't have a problem with a long engagement anymore now that I'm older.
No.
Now that I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Justin and I, we've been officially engaged for 3, 4 years now.
Oh, at least. Uh,
Yeah, I think like
yeah,
4 years.
yeah, 4 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's what I say. Whatever. Why spoil a good thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to do it the first time.
Yeah, it was awful. It was the worst.
Yeah, so don't do it again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'll never say never, but I'm
I
not.
will.
And I don't blame you. But, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
whatever.
Hey, Mr. Right could come along, in a half an hour and it's all over. So you guess you're right.
I don't know. That would require me like leaving the house and meeting
Well,
people
that
and
is true.
that's stuff I don't do.
Right, right. And the only people I meet anymore, men that I meet, are buying great big giant jugs of liquor.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, gallons. I don't know what the biggest one that you can buy of liquor is, but they're all buying it.
What is it, like liter and a half? That's what the big bottles of wine are, a liter and a half.
I'm talking about whiskey. Think they're a liter and a half?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what they are. But they're expensive.
I don't know. That bottle of Jim Beam I have in my fridge I think it's a liter.
Wow. And that fits in your fridge?
Well, yeah. It's,
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know. Although, that peach crown I just bought was $30.
God damn.
So, I guess that's not so expensive to, whatever.
Right. And, sometimes you have to pay for quality.
Well, and I know I paid at least $30 for the Apple stuff too.
And, you know, the Jim Beam is fine for what it is. I love Jim Beam bourbon, just regular, and the apple flavored is fine. It's great.
But the crown is better.
The Crown is much smoother.
Okay.
Um, that's and I think the difference between the two is that with Jim Beam I know when to stop, and with
Ooh,
Crown
yeah,
I
no.
don't,
Mm-mm.
because those candy flavors are different.
Oh my. Yeah. You've had 6 or 7 and you can't get out of your seat.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. But gotta be nice.
Oh, is that what you have to do to attract people?
Oh, I've heard that.
Ooh, that's not really my forte.
No, me either. As you can certainly tell, why I'm not in a good mood today.
Ugh.
But,
You're home.
let it go.
Don't take it home with you.
Let it go. No,
Don't.
that's not.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Another movie I have never seen and probably will never see.
No, I've seen enough Disney movies when I had little people to take them to. They were fun, and that was all.
Yeah.
But I like Disney movies. There's nothing wrong. I want to. Some of those things in these Disney movies could turn into cult classics. You know,
What do you mean?
how they put adult stuff into these kiddie movies for the
That
adults to notice.
that's been going on since the dawn of cartoons.
I know. That's why we love cartoons.
Right.
Oh well.
Yeah. I don't know. That's people. We play music at work on Fridays, and yesterday I made a '90s R&B and hip hop list. And finding some clean edits was kind of hard.
Oh yeah.
Because I know that not everybody likes what I'm playing, but I do like to at least keep it PG.
Right.
So, so I'm not adding insult to injury there.
Right.
And
Should break out all that big band music one day.
I
Let those young people hear what good music was.
well, sure, okay. Um, but I played Tone Loc's Wild Thing,
Wow, thing.
and, and I was sitting there listening to it. I'm like, wow, this is a lot dirtier now that I'm an adult and know what this means.
Oh, that's funny.
But I mean, and the only line that has stuck with me for the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years since that song came out was, I need $50 to make you holler. I get paid to do the wild thing. Which, I didn't know what that meant in
Oh,
1992.
okay.
I know exactly what it means now. Still my favorite line in the whole song.
I know. Yes. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could take some Herbie Hancock to them. I hate Herbie
You
Hancock.
know, Herbie Hancock and like Africa Boombada,
Yeah.
like all that like, Planet Rock is like a long song and it's just there's not a whole lot of point to it, but the music is fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I heard enough Herbie Hancock while you kids were in band. I just dislike it.
It's not my favorite.
There's plenty of other stuff, and I'm no offense, sir, but yeah, yeah, I'm done with you.
I don't have to hear another Herbie Hancock song
I'll be
again.
okay.
Yeah.
He can do other stuff.
I do use that line from Tommy Boy though when I go get signatures for checks at work. I'm like, "Can I get your Herbie Hancock?"
I like it. I like it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's okay.
Okay, well, we'll think of a movie
Yeah, we will.
and I have to maybe I'll scout out a new.
Should we change genres? Are you done with cult classics?
Oh,
Do we
not at
need to
all.
change
I
genres?
don't think so, but I was going to say I think we need to maybe change editing software if this is going to be a
Yeah,
jerk the
because
whole time.
it's been a mess today, and
Yeah.
you're having trouble with 9 to 5. That's why it's not out,
Yeah.
and it may not be out.
Yeah. I don't
Although I
know.
think that was one of our best
We
shows.
were hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but it sounds like we're shouting at each other through tin cans
Oh man,
and
I still think you should put it out, even though we got to have a couple of clinkers.
I mean, yeah, I'll preface it with, hey, buyer beware.
Yeah, we don't know what happened, but
Yeah, and it says that the recording is 3 hours long. I know for a fact we did not sit there for three
no,
hours talking.
no, no.
So,
Okay, well, we'll
yeah.
figure something out.
Yeah, gotta do some research, but
Yeah,
also I'm like paid up on this for another couple months, so I don't really want to.
I understand.
Yeah,
We're kind of stuck with it till the bill runs out.
maybe.
I get it. I'm okay with that.
But it's like really easy to like edit though.
Yeah.
So
Is it just does it need a new version? Is
I checked because that last time and I was like 4 updates behind. I I checked while we were watching the
yes.
Burbs and it said that it was up to date.
Ugh.
So
Okay. Well,
so I don't know why it's being so bad.
you're doing great. It doesn't really matter. It's okay.
Yeah, if I could just, I don't know. I'm having a focus problem. I'm having a real hard time just
Yeah.
sitting there
I,
doing something that like takes thought.
I think the weather needs to go one way. We're here in Ohio, as you all know,
Yep.
and it's winter again. It snowed today.
Yeah. Justin and
Um,
I left the house in our sweatshirts,
I,
and we walked out of breakfast, and it was snowing. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
yeah,
I'm
no,
wearing
I
a
mean,
sweatshirt and ripped jeans."
so it's really hard for us to be, I think, anywhere right now. I mean, you don't know what to wear. It's 30 degrees today in the morning when you get dressed to go to work. When you come out of the place at 5 o'clock, it's 75 degrees and you're burning up.
Yeah,
And, and we're in a little spurt right now of icy cold weather and it's awful.
and it. it's either raining or trying to snow
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
trying to rain. I walked out of work yesterday and one half of the sky was black and one half of the sky was blue.
Yes.
And I was just
Yes.
like, oh, well, something's
I
blowing
I
in.
hope my car is parked in the blue spot.
Well, mine was, and I got in and I'm driving away. I'm driving out of the parking lot, and I'm like, oh, cool. I get to turn into the blue section of the sky, and then, but I turned again, and I was just like, ooh, it's getting real dark
Yeah.
over here.
So we are. It's a focus thing, and
Yeah,
we'll catch up.
yeah. We're not ignoring you on purpose.
No.
I, I'm just having a hard time right now.
Yeah. Me too.
Seasonal affective is like
Oh,
schizophrenia here.
yeah. We're all just wandering around going, what day is it?
Yeah,
Do you got the time?
yeah.
Oh well. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Of course it'll be awesome because we're awesome
Yes, we are.
and the people that are listening to us are awesome. I did
Absolutely.
see that there were I guess maybe some more concentration in spots.
Oh,
So that's cool on our little map.
nice. I see we have a couple of followers on Facebook.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks. Welcome.
And we lost a follower on Twitter, that influencer girl. I didn't think she knew what she was signing up for when she signed up for
Oh,
us.
oh, okay.
But yeah, she's not following us anymore,
Oh,
which
that's too bad.
yeah, hurt
She's
my
missing
feelings.
out. Yeah,
I wasn't going to
we,
use your hashtag code anyways, so
yeah, yeah. We don't get influenced by people.
oh, I don't know. I see a lot of stuff on the internet that I'm like, ooh, I think I
Oh,
need
I,
those.
I do. Yes, I do. You're right. Never mind. I know there's stuff on the internet that I desperately need.
Absolutely. And then I buy it, and then then Big Daddy's looking at me like,
Why'd
"What
you?
are you spending your money on now? Did you really need that?"
Yes.
Yes.
Just like I need one more bougie purse.
I need four more bougie purses, one for each season.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
All right, my baby, this was a good day.
yeah, I had a good time. Let's go have a brownie.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you. I don't know when we see you.
All
We'll
right,
we'll be back though, for real.
we will. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.